Hello, Dr. Joe here of the 2020forum.com. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about foods that are high in magnesium. Oh yes. Now, I'm going to give you 10 foods that are particularly high in magnesium. And the key phrase there is high in magnesium. Why? Well, because there are several foods that contain magnesium, but a lot of them have very little. So what I have done today is handpick 10 foods that are particularly high in magnesium. And if you complete the video, I'm going to give you 2 bonus foods. So you're going to get a total of 12 foods that are high in magnesium. So let's get started. Now, the first thing we want to talk about is why do we need magnesium at all? Well, I'm going to do a separate video on that, but I've just put down a few bullet points for you as to why you will need magnesium in your life. So let's go. So why do we need magnesium? Well, the first thing is that we need magnesium for our muscle and nerve function. Okay, we need that. We also need magnesium to support our immune system. Magnesium also helps us to maintain a healthy heart rhythm. Magnesium keeps our bones strong, okay? And magnesium plays a role in blood pressure reduction, particularly important to those of us on this channel. And we also need magnesium for energy production in the cells, okay? Very, very important. Now, so that's the why. What about the what? How much magnesium do we need? Well, we should be aiming to get about 420 milligrams of magnesium per day. That should be our target need for daily magnesium. So what about the food? So let's talk about food number 1 that is high in magnesium. So food number 1 is dark chocolate, okay? So I've got one here, okay? This is 90% dark chocolate, and this is the type of dark chocolate you should be aiming for if you're going to want to get your supply of magnesium from dark chocolate is 90%, okay? That's what you want. The reason for that is if I consume all of this, that will supply me with 54% of my daily value of magnesium. Pretty good. And of course, this one is 100 grams of dark chocolate, and this will give me 228 milligrams of magnesium, okay? Plus, I'm going to get potassium and some calcium as well. However, I put here, do not overconsume this though, because it is a high energy food, okay? So that's food number 1. So food number 2 that is high in magnesium is soybeans, okay? Edamame, okay? And I got one here. These are edamame beans. These are edamame beans. And these are frozen ones. It's just thawing out now. And 1 cup of a cooked edamame beans will supply me with 148 milligrams of magnesium. And that will represent 35% of my daily value. Plus, I'm going to get some potassium and some iron as well, okay? Now, in food number 2, you get 2 for the price of 1. So here we'll also got tofu. Tofu is also high in magnesium. And of course, 1 cup of tofu will supply us with 146 milligrams of magnesium. Plus, of course, that represents 35% of our daily value. So that's food number 2. So let's talk about food number 3. Food number 3 is spinach, okay? Spinach, got some here. Nice spinach. These are baby spinach. Very nice food. And 1 cup of that spinach, when it's cooked, that will supply me with 157 milligrams of magnesium. And that represents 37% of my daily value. And of course, spinach is a low energy food, so you can eat lots of it without having to worry about weight gain. And I'm also going to get beta carotene and some copper as well from eating spinach, apart from the magnesium. So that's food number 3. So food number 4 is Swiss chard, okay? And just like spinach, 1 cup of cooked Swiss chard will give us 151 milligrams of magnesium, and that represents 36% of our daily value. And of course, Swiss chard is also a low net carb food, so you can eat lots of it without having to worry about weight gain. And you're also going to get some phosphorus and some copper as well. So that's food number 4 that is high in magnesium. Food number 5 that is high in magnesium is hemp seeds. Okay, now here's something you should know. If you are looking for a plant food that is high in protein, hemp seed is way to go, because it's particularly high in protein. But not just that, we're talking about magnesium supply. Well, it's also high in magnesium, because an ounce of hemp seed will supply us with 199 milligrams of magnesium, and that represents 47% of our daily value. Plus, we're also going to get some potassium and some phosphorus as well. Okay, so that is hemp seed for you there. And don't worry, you're not going to get high on it. Okay, it hasn't got THC, so you can actually eat hemp seeds without having to worry about getting high. So that's food number 5. So food number 6 that is high in magnesium is Lima beans, also called butter beans. Okay, I got some here. All right, these are cooked ones. They're canned. It's okay, you know, you can have canned butter beans. And 1 cup of this one, because this one is already cooked, will supply us with 126 milligrams of magnesium, and that represents 30% of our daily value. Plus, if I eat this, I'm going to get iron and selenium as well. So that's food number 6. So food number 7 that is high in magnesium is buckwheat. Okay, buckwheat. Got some here. Nice buckwheat. Nice ones here. And 1 cup of this one is uncooked. Okay, 1 cup of this uncooked buckwheat will supply us with 392 milligrams of magnesium, and that represents 94% of our daily value. That's a whopping amount of magnesium you got in buckwheat. I told you I was going to give you foods that are high in magnesium. Here is one. Plus, you're also going to get zinc and calcium as well. Pretty good, eh? Very, very good. So that's food number 7. Food number 8 that will supply us with a good amount of magnesium is oats. Got some here as well. Nice oats, okay? Pretty good. And 1 cup of those oats, uncooked, will supply us with 276 milligrams of magnesium. And of course, that represents 66% of our daily value. Plus, we're going to get potassium and iron as well from eating the oats. Okay, so that is food number 8. So food number 9 is whole grain cornmeal, and 1 cup of uncooked whole grain cornmeal will supply us with 155 milligrams of magnesium, and that represents 37% of our daily value. And you don't have to worry about cholesterol, because it's got 0 cholesterol. And you're also going to get some phosphorus supply as well. So that's food number 9. Food number 10 that is high in magnesium is navy beans. Now, 1 cup of the cooked navy beans will give us 123 milligrams of magnesium, and that represents 29% of our daily value. And we're also going to get plenty of fiber and resistant starch from eating navy beans. So pretty good, okay? So those are your 10 foods. Your 2 bonus foods are coming up shortly. If you got some value from this video, as usual, please give the video a thumbs up. Please like the video. And also please share this video with your friends, family and colleagues. And if you got any comments regarding this video, the contents of this video, go ahead and leave them down below. Okay, you need magnesium. It's an important element in your life. So those are your 10 foods. Now let's move on to the 2 bonus foods. By the way, if you haven't joined us at the 2020 forum, you should, because over there we talk about wellness issues, and in particular high blood pressure issues as well. So 2 bonus foods. First one is pumpkin seeds. Okay, another food that is high in magnesium, because if I eat an ounce of this is going to give me it's going to supply me with 40% of my daily value. So that's pretty high. Okay, so that's pumpkin seeds. Another food that is high in magnesium relatively is Brazil nuts. Okay, an ounce of Brazil nuts will supply me with 25% of my daily value. So because I'm looking to get my magnesium up today. So I'm just going to have some Brazil nuts, okay? And also, if I can open this, my hands are a little bit slippery. I'm going to get some pumpkin seeds as well, okay? See you in the next video.